So you need a commercial demo, but you don't have $5,000 to just be tossing around like it's tissue? I got you. What's going on, voice actors? Welcome back to another video, and today I want to show y'all how to make a DIY commercial demo, because I did it. Disclaimer, if you use this video as a resource to then go ahead and create your own commercial demo, don't send that to no agencies. This video is primarily for those of y'all who maybe you have an animation demo, or maybe you just want to get more commercial practice in, more promo, narration, whatever the case may be, and you just want to get those reps in. This is something that you make so you can use it as your calling card for if you're, let's say, cold emailing to small businesses who may need a spokesperson. That way you have some type of calling card to give to them, opposed to saying, oh yeah, I voice act. If you need something, let me know. Oh, well, where can we see your work? Oh yeah, here's my animation demo of me being in a cartoon. Like, no, they don't, you know what I'm saying? So this is what this is for. It's okay to make your own demo, whether it be animation, narration, commercial, whatever the case may be, but these aren't things that you want to send to an agency, because when you send something to an agency, you want to put your absolute best foot forward. Unless you're already a professional audio engineer and you have experience in mixing vocals and things of that nature, do what you gotta do. But if you like me and you don't have that experience, listen to what I say. I'm by no means a professional, but I feel like I've done enough research to at least know what I'm talking about a little bit, you feel me? But you know, anyways, so in this video, we're gonna go over every step in detail in terms of how many spots you gotta have, what kind of spots you should put on your demo, how long it should be in total, because that's always a big thing that people don't quite know, where you can find scripts. The thing with commercials is they don't want that announcer voice. And come on down to Best Buy and we have TVs for $599.99. A 4K TV. Like, they don't want none of that. None of that announcer stuff. They want it to sound believable. Come on down to Best Buy and buy yourself a new TV for $599.99. Something like that. I'm not perfect. I don't have the most commercial experience, but I have been practicing as of late. I can speak to it. First one, before you even think of doing your commercial demo, research different commercial demos. If you're a man, listen to male sounding demos. If you're a female, listen to female sounding demos, whatever the case may be, because guess what? That's your competition. Now, there might be some commercials or spots where it don't matter the gender. It could be more male or female. At the end of the day, your primary competition is going to be like whether you're male or female, right? So one agency I know off the top of my head where you can go on their website and find different demos to listen to, CESD, Atlas Talent, Chuck Duran, really popular demo producer. If you don't know who he is, check him out. Chuck Duran has his website, produces phenomenal demos. It ain't cheap though. I'm telling you to do this because you want to do your research so you can understand how people sound, how they're going about these lines. Maybe you like somebody's style. That way you can know like the direction you may want to take your demo. If you go into your demo not knowing what the hell you're doing, it's gonna be a disaster. It's DIY, so it's not gonna be perfect, but you want to make it as great as it can be. Once you've done all your research and you started to find some commercial demos that you like and a style you want to go for, now what you want to do is compile a list of ads that you want to do. Does that even make sense? You could do Skittles, Wendy's, McDonald's. Everybody's demo has to have a fast food joint on there. So do your research. I say try and get you 5 to 7 spots. Don't use fake brands either. For example, instead of saying, you're not you when you're hungry, buy a Snickers, you say something along the lines of, you're not you when you're hungry, buy a Snack-a-Crackle. The casting director or whoever's listening to it is gonna now be more distracted on what the hell you just said, more so than your audition, your take. It just throws everything off and it kills the immersion. So use real brands, it's okay. What you don't wanna do, and we'll get into this more later, is take an already existing script and put that on your demo, because at that point, you're stealing. So the third part, you've researched commercial demos, you know the style you wanna go for, you've got all the ads and spots that you wanna do, Skittles, M&Ms, whatever the case may be. Now what you wanna do is consume as many ads as possible.
But June, I have Netflix with no ads. How can I consume commercials with voiceover?
There's actually a website called iSpotTV.com. You can search up any popular brand on there. They have like the most popular commercials in the world being run on there. Like, it's always updated. I searched up plenty of commercials that I wanted to do spots for. If you have a streaming device, not everybody is out here paying for no ads, right? Couldn't be me. If you don't have ads on your streaming services, good. Watch those ads and study that with a careful ear, because on the contrary to all the demos that you listen to, you're listening to stuff that actually book. Listen to how they're delivering the lines. Find the nuances in their delivery, etc., etc. Study it to a T. You're not just gonna watch this video, do everything I said, and then boom, shoot your demo. Unless you already have like experience with commercials already, go for it. But for me, it took me like a week and a half before I finally felt comfortable enough to say, okay, you know what? Let's do it. But I was constantly practicing, right? Speaking of practice. And this goes back to what I was saying earlier. You want to be able to analyze a commercial script and make it sound authentic and conversational, because that's what all of these casting directors are gonna want to see. Or whoever. They're gonna want it to sound conversational, real, like you talking to a real person, the guy next door, the girl next door, somebody that you could have a conversation with. That's what they want to hear. I took one of the best voice acting classes that not even one of the best, that was the best voice acting class that I've ever taken, and I've taken a good amount. Real Voice LA. Real Voice LA, I did it last year with Craig Lee Thomas. It was a small class, plenty of booth time, in person, and I learned a lot. I'm not saying go out and take a bunch of classes just to do a DIY demo. Record yourself every single day. I want you reading copies all the time. Where can I find copies, June? There is a website, and I might say it wrong, but I'm gonna put it on the screen. Everything is gonna be in the description. Edge Studio. They have a whole, what is it called? What's the word I'm looking for? Encyclopedia? Nope. They have a vault, for lack of a better word. That's not the word I was looking for, but it works. They have a vault of scripts for whatever you can think of. Now, they're real scripts, but you can use them to practice for commercials, animations, whatever the case may be. Record yourself every day reading these scripts, because how else are you gonna monitor yourself to see if you're getting better? Analyze the script, make notes, that script gonna have to get messy. And I wanna go back to Craig Lee Thomas, phenomenal teacher, phenomenal guy. One thing that he said in our class to do when you get a fresh piece of copy, forget the specs. Don't even look at the specs. Get the words out. Read the script first, then read the specs. Because you don't want to read that, because then what it's going to do, if you read the specs first, it's going to automatically be in your brain, and you're going to have all these things to keep in mind so that you make sure your read is as close to what they want as possible. Don't do that. Get the words out first, then go back, and then try it. And two, a lot of specs, they seem to be contradictory. They'll say, oh, we want excited, but laid back. We want somebody who's angry, but we still want him to be nice. Huh? You see what I mean? Like, in the class, Craig gave us copies that he actually had to audition for, so it was legit. He didn't make the copies up. Those were actual scripts from all his years of doing auditions. If you're feeling confident, write your own script. You don't have to be the best writer. Don't pay for nobody to do this. By this point, you should have listened to enough scripts to kind of know how these commercial scripts look like. If you really can't, or you just don't want to put the time in, some of y'all may not like this, use ChatGPT. No! Fuck! Just use ChatGPT for practice. Just tell it, like, generate me a real deal commercial script that I can use for practice. Let me just be clear too. Bro, I'm sweating. Let me be clear. I don't support AI in any... I gotta take my hat off because I keep hitting that. I don't support AI in any way, shape, or form. From a creative standpoint, right? Like AI art, AI animation, AI voices, AI music, anything dealing with the creative, even AI writing. I don't rock with none of that. But like I said, last resort, if you absolutely need a script, even just for practice, just use ChatGPT. If you're just using it for practice, who cares? If you want to put that on your DIY demo, who cares? Because the way I see it, if you send it off, nobody's gonna be listening to your demo saying, who wrote this? A human didn't write this, ChatGPT. Nobody's gonna say that. They're gonna be focused on your performance. So that would be the only time where I'm like, use AI for that. If you're still reluctant on that, you can use ChatGPT to help you craft one, and then you can take it as a foundation and build off it from there. If you don't wanna do that, there's other script options available that I also found, and I'll provide resources for those, okay? Now, the fun part, editing. Oh, no. I got a channel strip. You don't have to do this, but it's gonna give you a great audio sound. It's gonna give you a professional broadcast sound right out the gate, live as you're speaking. Punchy commercial sound. I wanted that, I bought it. You don't have to do that. There's plugins that you can find online, play around with it, or keep it simple. I also use RX10. You can use that. Do some basic cleanup. You don't gotta do no compression or none of that, no EQing, and just have the raw vocals. Just clean out, just take out your breath, take out your clicks, and then you good. It's something. It's better than nothing. It's better than nothing. I just wanted the best sound that I could possibly get, because I'm also doing an experiment with pay-to-plays right now. You always hear people talking bad about them. I wanted to see how bad they are. So I've been doing that. I'm gonna do a video on that eventually. I might have booked something. It's not official, but a client did reach back to me. That's also why I've been working so hard to get my commercial demo to sound as great as it possibly could, because I'm like, okay, I'm competing with the big dogs now on the pay to plays. You gotta spend money to make money. The length of your demo, you want that to be about 1 minute, maybe 1:15, because 9 times out of 10, if somebody listens to your demo, they're gonna know within the first 10 seconds if they like you or not anyway. Nobody point in dragging it on. You want each of your spots to be about 10 to 15 seconds or so. If you made each spot 15 seconds, that means you would only have 4 spots. Now I said 5 to 7. If you make every spot 15 seconds, your demo's gonna end up being 1 minute and 15. You don't wanna give them no 1.5 minute, no 2-minute demos. Put your best foot forward and put your best samples that you made to the front. I'm not saying put all the shitty ones to the back, but put the shitty ones to the back. Damn! Even if they're outstanding, if you feel like they're not the best, put them to the back, put the absolute best to the front. In this process, I found myself enjoying commercial voiceover a lot. And I think if you just love the craft, obviously you'll have your preferences, but if you just love the craft, doing commercials, in my opinion, for me, I can only speak for myself. And I'm not saying you should feel obligated to enjoy commercial, but understand you're gonna have to get good at it regardless. Again, with my first commercial class, I loved commercial more than I thought I would because that's how great the class was. Doing it on my own, love it even more. Just enjoy the process, enjoy the craft, you're getting better. Doing this is giving you those reps. When it comes time to get that professional commercial demo done, you're gonna be ready. But you wanna get a coach first before you even do that. So now you just made a commercial demo for free. Now I'm gonna show you mine. One that I spent a lot of time on. And again, I'm not the best. I'm proud of what I came out with. Let me know your thoughts on how I did on mine, and there's anything that I missed, please let me know. I know it's gonna be some veterans here, some of y'all with more experience than me. If there's anything that I'm wrong about, correct me in the comments. I don't get offended, don't attack me, because I'm still learning myself. I'm just sharing my knowledge with y'all so that y'all can speed up the process a little bit and you don't have to go through all the road bumps that I did. But if you made it this far into the video, thank you so much. I really do appreciate it. And until then, I'm gonna see y'all in the next one. Peace out, voice actors. Missed the NBA tip-off? That's on you. With NBA League Pass, every game's in your pocket.
Blackout Westbrook. Bang!
Coast to coast, no blackouts, no excuses. Watch how you want. This is basketball without limits. Healthcare shouldn't feel like a maze. It should feel like someone's in your corner. When you need a prescription refilled, when your kid's got a fever at 2 a.m., or when you're just trying to stay ahead of it all, we're right here. Still don't have a website? You're out here posting like a pro, but you're linking to your IG bio like it's 2014. With Squarespace, you can build a clean, pro-level site in under an hour, even if you're tech allergic. Life doesn't always go as planned. Accidents happen. Pipes burst, plans change. But when they do, we're already one step ahead with coverage that fits your life, not just your policy. Every drop of Jack is charcoal mellowed, aged with care, and bottled by the hands of those who still believe in the craft. No shortcuts, no compromises, just tradition, patience, and Tennessee fire in every pour.